All right, we're going to do this like Michael Jordan Space Jam. If you had to pick one pitcher to save the planet, who would you pick to pitch that game?
So this is a tough question because if we're talking one inning, I'm going with Mason Miller.
Sure.
If we're talking a whole game and it's against humans, I'm probably going Paul Skeens or Yamamoto if we have short rest.
Wow.
But
okay,
if we're pitching against aliens, I'm going Shohei Ohtani because I am not convinced he is human.
Yeah, I saw you had the caption on your video that you posted from him last night. You and I are talking on Wednesday morning, and on Tuesday night, he struck out 11 guys.
In 4 innings. And I am not so I saw him in the Tokyo Dome and I saw him take BP and I sat in the upper deck and there were balls flying over my head. And I was like, I've never seen anything like that. And then you see him pitch. And I think we can never lose sight of the fact that this guy is on another plane from the rest of the MLB guys. He is way up here. And I know we love to tear people down or somehow get bored with their excellence. You never get numb to this guy. It is absolutely crazy to watch a dude strike out 11 dudes in 4 innings in MLB baseball.
Yeah, you feel like a hyperbole king when you say he's the greatest player who ever played. I don't even think it's a question. I've actually, when I've done some radio stuff, I've gotten pushback or people like, really? You think he's better than Babe Ruth or whatever name they might throw out there? I'm like, yeah, and it's not even close. It's not even a conversation. He obviously is doing what he's doing as a hitter, and he's talking in spring training about maybe winning a Cy Young award. And I got to say, when I heard that, I was like, nah, that's stupid. He can't win one. He needs the extra rest. He's not going to pitch the 32 games typically the way a school does. But then the more that I think about it, and the more, I see video like yours from his outing on Tuesday night, I kind of wonder if he might be able to do it.
Does he not have, he has the stuff to be a Cy Young Award winner. I don't think there's any doubt, inning for inning. The question is how many innings he pitches. And if he gets there, there's a chance he can get close to the number. And if he puts up enough, good enough stats, I think you got to strongly consider him. Obviously, Skeens is, I love Paul Skeens. I think Paul Skeens is kind of a lot of what's right with pitching. He does things the right way. He carries himself the right way. But Shohei is absolute freak.
Yeah, he is. And to your point, let's say he makes 26 starts this year. If he goes 6 innings per start, which I think would probably be on the high end for what, because the Dodgers' message to their pitchers is just go out and throw the shit out of the ball for as long as you can, and then we'll come and get you when your stuff goes down, regresses. Let's say he gets 156 innings. He wouldn't qualify for the ERA title. And I would be curious to see how voters feel about that when they, cast their vote for that award. All right.
That's how long we waited. And we're back. And I love it. We're going to talk about Ohtani briefly because he's Ohtani. We're going to talk briefly about the game today between New York Yankees and the San Francisco Giants. But first, Ohtani. The guy started 2 games on the mound in spring training. He finished today 4 innings, 11 strikeouts. He did get hit a little bit in the 5th, which I like seeing him go out there. He threw 86 pitches. And when you watch him do his thing, he pitches like the old school guys. He doesn't go, he was living like 94, 95, maybe 96. And then he hits you with a few 99s when he needs to. That's called pitching. For you young guys, I mean, airing it out every pitch and trying to go 7, 8 innings, it's not going to do well for you. It doesn't do well for these big leaguers. It won't do well for you and your health, I'll tell you that much. Learn to pitch. Learn to put 99 in the tank. Well, for you, probably not 99. If you got 91 in the tank and you can live at 86, 87, and as you grow, that'll turn into 91, 92, and then you touch 95, 96, or whatever the case. But that's pitching. When you can add an extra 4 miles an hour onto your fastball when you might need it, or maybe in a 3-1 count when a guy's sitting on it, that's pitching. All of a sudden, you gas a dude up on a 3-1, or you have a a 2-2 count and you want to go fastball, an extra 4 to 5 miles an hour when you really rear back and let it loose is huge. But if you're constantly going max effort fastball and you've thrown the guy 4 fastballs and 2 curveballs in the at-bat and it's a full count, and you're going to try to reach back and blow a fastball by him, you're going to try to reach back and blow the same speed you've been trying to blow by him this at-bat that hasn't worked. So, yeah, velo matters, but being able to pitch is a whole lot different than being able to throw. And Ohtani threw tonight. He threw really well. 11 strikeouts in 4 innings it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. When he got to 10, they were like, this is the second time in his career he struck out 10 guys in 4 innings, and then he struck the 11th out, and they're like, holy crap. Guy's unbelievable. I don't think there's a debate. We're going to get into the Yankee game now with obviously Aaron Judge. I just don't think there's a true debate on who the better player is. Aaron Judge is the best hitter in the game. Shohei Ohtani is the best player in the game. One of the most dominant, one of the best we've ever seen. He's one of the best we've ever seen. And that's crazy to say that we're living in a timeline where we get to see a guy that's even considered that. And it's not early on in the baseball world. Like, this isn't the 20th year of baseball. We're like, this guy's the best we've ever seen. It's been around over 100 years. I mean, maybe 150. I don't know. But we're getting to see a guy that has done it better than anybody in the hardest time to play this game. Very cool. Bias aside, I'm a Dodger fan, sure, but Ohtani is the friggin' man. I would say it no matter what uniform he's wearing. Same with Judge. I think he's the greatest right-handed hitter we've seen in my lifetime. At least right now, he's good. I did watch Pujols. I did watch a lot of guys. I did watch Manny Ramirez. Those guys were very good. And it's hard to even compare, but Judge clearly puts himself statistically above, I think, all of them. Dodgers finished 20-9 in spring training, and somebody said something last year. I was at spring training last year, and the Dodgers got absolutely waxed. It was like 17-4, one of those games, just one of those spring training games. And Dave Roberts was in the dugout. I was behind the dugout, and some guy next to me started yelling. He's like, Dave. And Dave turns around and he looks at the guy, and it was pretty clear that Dave knew this guy somehow. I don't know how well or whatever. Maybe he's just like a spring training Dodger regular and sees him every. I don't know. But the guy looks at Dave when Dave looks at him and he goes, hey, they just lost 17-3. He looks at Dave and he goes, hey, one game closer to that World Series championship, baby. And I just thought, that's a crazy thing to say after getting blown out in a spring training game, but turned out to be true. And I just looked at it and went, this is the Dodgers. This is who they are. This is where they're at as a team. And right now, yeah, Ohtani, great. They lost. They lost tonight. Ohtani ended up going 4+ innings, 3 earned. He left with, I think, 1 run scored and 2 runners on. And then those 2 runs got pushed across the plate. So they were his, credit to him. So he did, his final line was like 4 innings, whatever, 3 runs, 5 hits, 4 hits, 11 Ks. But I like that he threw 86 pitches. I mean, this is a guy that is a starting pitcher throwing 86 in a preseason game. You are now legitimately going to see a full year of him. And he's a guy that I think he wants the accolades. This might be a Cy Young year for him. That's crazy. Has anyone ever won the Cy Young, the MVP, and the home run title? I mean, where this guy literally is at. And I know everybody, glazing Ohtani. He's that good. It's not even glazing. You're just talking about how friggin' good he is. And it's the truth. Crazy. Let's get into this game today, though, real quick. Logan Webb and Max Fried. I love this matchup to start the season. I think it's awesome. I think the Yanks playing the Giants is a good series. Good start. I love Max Fried. I have him in the side. I have both of these guys. These guys could both win a Cy Young this year. Logan Webb is a workhorse. Max Fried is very good when he's good. If he can put together a consistent season, Max Fried could be that guy. He could be that guy. Logan Webb is that guy. He's just that guy. This is interesting. We're going to look here at the Yankees versus Webb in their career, and then we'll look at San Francisco versus Fried. It doesn't look great. I'll tell you that. Not a ton of at bats. Well, jeez. Not a ton of at bats, San Francisco versus Fried. But as a team, it's not good. I'll tell you that right now. It is not good. Let's just go straight down the possible starting lineup, or just all the guys that have faced him. Watch this OPS against Fried. 1,000, 826, 522, 533, 0, 1,000, 400, 2,000, 111, 500. Let's go New York versus Webb. OPS 474, 0, 517, 1,500, 814, 654, 1,900, 822, 666, 334, 708, 0. The advantage as far as history goes here is clearly with the Yankees lineup in this game. Clearly. That being said, you guys are gonna get a quick ad right after this, but I did put together a parlay for this game before I looked at this. I'm taking Logan Webb with 6 Ks or more. I'm taking the Giants money line straight up. I think they're going to win. And I'm taking over 7 runs. I think there's going to be, I don't know that Fried and Webb are going to give up a ton of runs, but I do think this game, over 7, I don't think this is going to be a low-scoring game. I think the bullpens are going to give up some runs in this one. I also have Devers homering. I think Devers is going to hit a ball out of this yard today. I think this is a great game, though. And listen, I don't have much. Baseball's back. We're going to, because I just talked about my bet, let me give you guys a quick ad. You know how that is. I like to make things fast. I want to thank my friends at Caesars Sportsbook. Roll it. What's up, guys? We're taking a quick break in the action. I want to give a quick shout out to our partners over at Caesars Sportsbook. Caesars currently has an exciting new customer offer. Bet $1 and double your winnings on your next 10 wagers. Sign me up, baby. Use code HOLDMYBALL, DYW. That is, use code HOLDMYBALL, DYW. When you sign up to activate the offer and support me and the Hold My Ball podcast. This is why I love you guys, because you've been bought into this show from the beginning, and it's grown and it's doing such amazing things. And this is the kind of stuff that allows us to keep doing it. So thank you. I appreciate it. Hold My Ball, DYW. At the end, that stands for double your winnings. Easy way to remember it. Hit the link in the description for more info. Terms and conditions apply. Guys, as always, please bet responsibly. Have some fun with it. Take it seriously, but have a good time. And go get this double your winnings on your next 10 wagers with Hold My Ball DYW with our friends over at Caesars Sportsbook. Again, always bet responsibly. And that's it, guys. If I had to look at these two teams and make a prediction on what they're going to do this season, I'm taking the Yankees to, and I say a disappointing season because they're World Series or bust. And I kind of think even if they get there and they run into the Dodgers, I don't think that's a bust. I think the Dodgers on paper are the greatest team ever assembled. They were last year, and now this year it's even more. So they added. It's insane. But I don't think the Yankees are going to get there. And I do think San Francisco is going to have a really good year, better than people expect. I think the new coach coming in, some young blood, I think he's going to vibe with these guys really well. And I think they're going to have I think the Giants are going to have a really good, I think they're going to have good team chemistry. I think the vibes are going to be good in San Fran. I think they're going to have a really good year. I don't know how many wins they're expected to get, but I think it's going to be more than whatever the expectation is. So I think this is a great series to start off. MLB's back, baby. Content coming at you. I look forward to just watching baseball and then sitting here and yapping about ball. So appreciate you guys watching, listening. like, share, do all the things that don't cost you any money. You know the drill. I love you guys so much. This is a Hold My Ball podcast.